That means Donald's ready. Let's see if we've got, oh, did Sheila get back yet? Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah, there she is. Sheila, welcome.
Hi.
So those of you that just joined us, this is Sheila. Sheila's done some amazing work. I have myself and Donald, and actually Eve Hill, we sit Wednesdays at 1 o'clock and
And
do.
Tanya.
And Tanya, yes, and Tanya. At 1 o'clock on Wednesdays, we have an accountability video marketing meeting, and we kind of hold ourselves accountable as real estate agents. But one of the things that we kind of lack as real estate agents is that video marketing in the senior market, because nobody's really doing it. And so I wanted to bring Sheila on because she's really good at this. But the best part is she makes it seem very easy. You can rewind this video. If you miss something at the end, you can ask her questions. She's available. She's great. Great information. I'm going to leave it to you. You've got sharing capabilities. I want to thank everybody for being here. And Sheila, thank you.
Thank you. And this is recording, right? So I just want to make sure. Okay, it is up at the top. All right. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick. I just have just a couple slides, of course, done it in Canva. But just something I kind of just threw together because I don't want this to be like all about me. I want to get to answering questions because I know that's the biggest struggle I feel with people is just, a lot of different questions from different people because everybody's at a different level in their marketing, right? Their marketing capabilities, using video or using technology and things like that. So a little bit of background about me. I was in the corporate world for 30 years. And when I was in the corporate world, a lot of my background that I did was in technology. I did a lot of different things. I called myself a jack of all trades and a master of none because I just really tried to learn all I can about technology. It just, to me, it came super easy and it was something that I really enjoyed and felt that it was a talent. So I call myself a technology specialist because I have that talent and I can pick apart programs and learn them very well and usually learn them very quickly in order to help people. I have been doing real estate for 3 years. In my first year, I did 7 transactions. In the second year, I did 14 transactions. And this year I've done 5. So it's a little bit slower this year. But I'm for some reason my phone's been ringing off the hook lately with Google calls, and so I'm anxious to get some more listings coming up from my Google, my business. I have been giving value for 30 years. I say that because I just love helping people. I came into EXP in 2020, and as most of you that are familiar with me know, I did classes free weekly on Zoom, and that was just my way of helping people in this new era of technology for real estate agents, how to use the different software out there to help grow your business. So I did Canva classes almost every week. But occasionally I would work on video or newsletters or, just you name it, I did it. So I do have a software skills for agent Facebook group and YouTube channel. You can message me. I didn't put my contact information there. I'll put it at the end. But you can contact me for any information. I'm super easy to find. And I always answer my phone. I am a homeschooling mom, and I'm happy to do that for my son. I started that in 2020, and doing that in real estate just kind of takes up all my time. I am native to Michigan, and it doesn't look like I'm leaving here anytime soon. So I think I'll probably end up being here the rest of my life. And then I am a Canva expert. I do say that what I should have put on there is Canva Queen, because that's what everybody calls me. You're the Canva Queen. So that's what I normally teach is Canva. So what I wanted to just kind of hit on today is the biggest issue I think for most people to get started with video is software, and what software do I use, and then what hardware do I use. So I'm going to touch on those 2 points. But what I really want to hit home when I'm showing you both of these things is to just do it. As Nike says, just do it. Just do it. Get in front of the camera, because you have to start somewhere. And to preface that, we do an accountability group every Friday, like Heather was talking about. And the only thing that we focus on is getting the video done, no matter what it looks like, no matter whatever the content is. We try to strictly keep it related to our field, but we do it no matter what. Even if we think it's ugly, it's out there, it gets it done. And that's what you have to focus on. Practice, practice, practice to get it done, get it out there, and be consistent at it. I think a lot of us real estate agents, at least the agents that have been in the business for many, many years and who have done other things, know that consistency is the key to real estate, right? Doing it consistently will get you the business. And I will say that consistency in video will show you as being the expert in the field, because people are going to see your video. It's happened in our accountability group that people have seen our videos. Tanya can attest, Donald can attest, and we'll open the mic up in here in a little bit, but they'll speak to the volume that people are reaching out to them because they notice they're there every week. Their face is there. It coordinates that face, that brand to being the expert. So it's super, super, super important. But going back to the software part of it, the softwares that you can use out there that are super simple software. The one at the end is not, but the ones I have at the top are Canva. You can use Canva to record yourself. It has an option. I'm going to go over here real quick to uploads. If you look over here, it says record yourself. You could come in Canva, and I don't know if it does that on the free version. I have a paid version, but check it out. Or if somebody else knows, they can answer. But just go in and start recording yourself in Canva. The one thing I will say about Canva on that, I did one of our video accountability persons, Mike Hawker. He did that one time, and he did a long video, and it took forever to process. So just be conscious about that. I'm not sure what the processing is for Canva on longer videos. So there's that one. Zoom is another good one. Zoom is free. You can pay for the account, but Zoom is free. It's 40 minutes for free. And why not take advantage of it to do screen sharing, to just do a video, like whatever. I mean, it's super easy and it's free. Free is always the best, right? And Canva is free to a certain degree. StreamYard is another good one. That one I feel is really good for podcasting and things like that, but I really want to start utilizing it because you can actually pop things up into the screen and then take them away super easy. So we can do another class on StreamYard later on. WeVideo is a great video editor, but I utilize it not only for video editing, but I record my videos into WeVideo because I can record my videos into WeVideo, and then from there just go in and edit them. So it's a kind of like an all-in-one piece of software for me to record, screen share, and then edit. So that one is a paid account, but it is very user-friendly. And it's probably one of the more user-friendly ones I've seen. Imovie is available on your Mac. It's not available through a PC. PC has its own video editing software, but it's super, super basic. I wouldn't even recommend using it for people because sometimes it's just too cumbersome. So if I were going to tell you to use just kind of like a step up, I would tell you to go to Canva or to WeVideo. Those would be the editing ones. But again, starting out in video, don't worry about your editing part. Just do the video. Okay. And then Adobe, I don't know about you. I'm a tech person. And I'm going to tell you right now, Adobe is over the top. You don't need half the stuff in Adobe that Adobe has. As a beginning basic editor, you just don't. It, to me, it's just too cumbersome. It has too many things in it that you don't necessarily need. So, but it is one that a lot of people like and they utilize. There are many more out there. You can Google that information and you'll be able to find a bunch of them. But these are the ones that I'd like to recommend. And then in regards to hardware, your phone, a camera, or your computer. Right now, I'm using the Logitech HD camera that I bought. I have it connected to my computer. I am not using the one that's on my computer. I like this one more. It gives it a little bit more crisp picture. And then I have a microphone here. That's what I use. But again, I've been doing this for a while. Whatever you're comfortable with, don't go out and buy a bunch of things. Just either if you're going to buy a camera and you know you're going to sit in front of your computer, then do it that way. If you want to just use the camera that you have on your computer, just do it that way. If you want to just utilize your phone, the only thing that I recommend is that when you do your phone, do it this way. Don't do it this way. Okay. The only time you're going to do it this way is when you're doing a short or you're doing a story or a reel. Those are the best ones to do like this. Anytime you're going to do a video, you should do it like this. So your phone, camera, or computer. And by camera, you can also utilize, I have it down here. You can also utilize these type of cameras with the boom mic. Okay. I don't really like it. I would much rather use my phone with a mic. I left my mics out in the living room, but a little lapel mic sometimes works well. But again, that's getting more advanced. And that's why I have it in the advanced hardware. So as you get more advanced into video, I would say, I really wish I brought it in here. I would say get a lapel mic to put on and clip onto your shirt and then connect that into your phone. Either that or you can go out and buy a Bluetooth one. The other thing that I would purchase is a gimbal. And I'm trying to think what my gimbal is. It's on the living room. But and if you want to see what it looks like, I can go grab it. But basically it's a piece of hardware. You hold it and your camera goes in it and you can hold it like this, or you can put it on a tripod. And there's a piece of software that goes on your phone from the gimbal, and you can set it to follow you so that when you're talking, it follows you in the software and you can talk to it. You can also use like earbuds and things like that for microphones as well. So those are just the different hardware that you can utilize once you get more advanced. Like I said, going back to the basics, just do it. Don't get so getting ready that you just don't do it. The object is to get the videos done. And as you get each video done, you're going to see more and more how you can get better and better. And you're going to then get so inquisitive that you're going to start to watch other people's video and see how they're doing it. And you will incorporate other techniques. It's just a given. You will do that. So, as I said, we have I just have this as the end slide, but we have a group on Friday at 1:00 where it started out just me and Jerry from EXP. We just said, hey, let's be accountable for 12 weeks to do video. And then I started to let other people know. And then before we know it, we got 12 people now in our group. And it's been great. We're on week 7 or 8. I can't remember 7. I think it's 7. 7, 8. Oh, we're on 8. We're on 8. And it's been great. I think everybody has grown. So I'm going to pause right now. I'm going to let Heather and Donald and Tanya share how they have felt since being accountable. Because like I said, I think a lot of us get so frozen because we're like, I don't want to be in video. I don't want to be in video. Right. But it's the future. And so I would like them to share their journey, because I think it's helpful to understand where they were, where they are now, and how many people have noticed them and how that's changed. So if you guys can share that, that'd be great.
Donald, you want to go?
Ladies first.
All right, Tanya, go for it. Where is she? She popping in? All right, I guess I'm in the hot seat here. Well, yes, Sheila's right. I'm in the front of the camera in front of you guys. It's different because I'm wearing like an educational hat. It's not a hat where I feel comfortable about always talking about, selling myself. I decided to take a very different approach. And these 12 weeks, I'm doing everything senior related. And some of these videos have gotten crazy amount of views, and some of them haven't done so well. But here's what I've noticed. There's no real estate agents doing senior real estate videos. There just isn't. Whether I'm talking about what an SRES designation means, or what seniors, homeowners are going to face, what the statistics are, what type of senior living is out there, how many types of senior living is out there. I've got so many different things that are going on in my mind. And so it was very difficult for me to put that on camera. And so when we started this accountability meeting, Sheila looked at us and said, if you don't, and this is what scared the living daylights out of me, if you don't post a video by Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time about, like from between last week and this week, then we're calling you out on social media. We're going to post on every one of your social media posts and say you were held accountable. You didn't do it. So I was like, shit, excuse my language, but shit, I better do this. And so I started it. And then I got my business partner, Eve Hill, who's not even a real estate agent, involved in this, because there's a guy that's an insurance agent that's in there, or not insurance. He's a mortgage broker. He's gotten a ton of, talk about it. He actually had somebody reach out to him. I've had people reach out to me. I'm shocked that I could actually do it on video. And so this little group that we have made us accountable to be a part of it. Oh, Tanya's there. She answered. And it's great when people around you have the same goal in mind and that will help you be accountable. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking back, somebody said, Melissa said, this is the hardest part, is the accountability. And she's right. For anybody, it's not just me, it's for any one of us. But if you guys all have the same goal of mind, then you hold each other accountable. Here, we're talking about what can you market yourself on a senior video. Well, Sheila just taught us how to do it. And we're going to talk about the things that you should be marketing. Sheila, why don't, I'm sorry, Tanya was supposed to talk and Donald, but why don't you guys talk about some of the stuff that you would market to seniors?
Donald, go ahead. Tanya's driving right now, so she
Yeah,
can't talk.
so most of the videos I've been doing have been about the community I live in. Right, I live in the largest retirement community in the world, and so my target has been more about information about the community and telling people, you know, we have 105 plus swimming pools here, 58 golf courses here, all of those sorts of things, more informational and fun facts. I never thought I'd get the reach that I've gotten. I mean, there's one video I've gotten over 750 views, which I just would have never thought of 7 weeks ago. I just would have never thought I would have gotten that kind of traction. But I think as a senior specialist, the things we need to do is talk about, as Heather was saying, senior things, that you're an SRES if you are. Talk about the community, because let's face it, when people are doing Google searches, they're doing Google searches on geographical areas, they're looking at demographics and things like that. So you want to be talking about what you're selling, which in my case is all about seniors. And for me in particular, the community that I live in. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been seeing a lot of good success with it. Even if it's just name recognition, that people start to get to know who you are, that they start coming up to you and say, hey, aren't you that guy on that video? I've had that happen several times in a couple of the different squares or meeting places that we have here. And it's just interesting. It does get easier as it goes by. You're not perfect. You'll never be perfect. That's why they have people who will edit your videos for you. Although I don't do that. I'm not into doing that. It's who you see is what you get on my videos. But, you know, that's just me. I just want to be real about, you know, who I am on the video. Do I mess up? Absolutely. But it is what it is. But just as Sheila was saying earlier, you just have to start doing it. Just do it, like Nike says. That's it, Sheila. It's all yours.
I'm going to really fast. Tanya wanted me to read, since being a part of the group, it has allowed me to become a little more comfortable than I have before. I, of course, procrastinate all the way through, but I eventually get it done on my own. But guess what? I didn't do it on my own until I became a part of this group. I'm so glad to be a part of it. Now I'm having people view and tell me, thanks for sharing such great information. And with that being said, each one of us has a different type of senior community in our areas. We're not the villages, and we're not Florida, we're not East Coast like a New York or a Vermont, or we're not West Coast like a Oregon or a Washington. Everybody has their own community. However, it's the information that you as a senior niche type of real estate agent puts out there that's going to set you, the real estate agent, apart from all the other real estate agents. And that's like senior events that are going on, senior type stuff. A lot of homes that are 2 stories, they're going to need somebody to help them outfit it or something. But Sheila's got some great information on how to do it. And then there's people that want to know how to be accountable. And Sheila, maybe you can talk about that after.
Yeah, I can talk about the accountability part. You know, I'm not here to push that by any stretch of the imagination. It's not why I'm here. It's just, I know a piece that is super important. From a real estate perspective, I think in general, because a lot of us, I think, are solo agents, we have to have that accountability piece to be able to be successful, because if you don't, you just kind of sit back and don't do much. I'm saying not do much. I'm just saying it just is hard to get things done when you're not being held accountable. So the one good thing about video is that it can be utilized forever. When you put it on social media, whether it's YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, it's going to be out there on the internet forever. So it's not like you have to recreate things. You have content out there that people will be looking for. In our accountability group, depending on the week, I'll share some pieces of information that will help. Like the other week, we talked about keywords everywhere. When you're doing YouTube type of videos and you want to get successful with that, there are groups to join. I can give you one off the top of my head. YouTube for Agents is a super good one to join. Real Estate Masterminds, I think, for YouTube is another one, but Keywords Everywhere is utilized to help you find topics that that people are searching for, and not just any topic that anybody's searching for, but you want to find the highest volume that people are looking for with the lowest competition, and do a video on those things. Like I thought earnest money would be a huge topic that people would look for, and that there'd be tons of competition. And there wasn't. I think it was like 590 volume of people looking for it every month. But there was less than, I think, 0.3 people, I'm sorry, 0.3 videos out there or information out there in relation to earnest money. And I can show you if you want, if everybody is interested in it, I can show you how to do the keywords everywhere.
Please
Or
do,
I'm saying just to show you what it looks like. Again, for me, the beginning part of this is just get your camera out on your phone, on your computer, wherever, and just start doing the video. Don't worry about keywords everywhere. You know, we had a lady that just joined and she was like, okay, well, what do I do? And, you know, what kind of microphone do I get? And where should I be? And how should I have my background? Don't worry about any of that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're just starting out.
can you do something in the senior, like with Keywords Anywhere, and just show us some type of senior stuff so people can get some ideas to do a video after we're done here? And hopefully by next week, you guys will all be posting a video on our seniors network group or in Metaverse on Workplace, either or. But just if you do a video, please drop us your link to your video so we can all see it and we can all like it and help each other out and get some ideas.
Yeah.
Because that's it's flattery. If
Yeah.
We, you know.
Yeah.
All right, go for it, Sheila, and show them how to do it.
So if somebody wants to give me a topic to like think when you're looking for topics, you have to think of topics like a buyer or a seller would be Googling a topic. Okay. So what would a buyer or a seller in the senior market be wanting to Google and wanting to learn about?
So drop it in the chat box so we can see some ideas over here. Anybody?
Anyone?
We got 23 people. Golf. Danny. Okay, so let's senior living probate. Good one. Heck if I move, can I take my pet?
If I move,
community?
Can I take my pet? If I move, can I take my pet?
Yeah, that's what somebody said. 55 plus communities.
Let's do 55 plus communities. Yeah, see, it's just gonna be yeah. So this right here is what Keywords Everywhere gives you. See how much volume this is searched. 4,400 people search this per month. And the competition is 0.43, which is high. There's a high competition of information and there's a high search volume. You don't want to be doing content that's probably never going to get found. So you want to stick with a lower volume, less than 1,000, but above 100, and lower competition. So let me just go back to the earnest money example so that I can at least show you the section that I'm talking about. So I typed in what is earnest money, okay? And so when I started typing, you'll notice that Google does this amazing thing and they give you suggestions on one, what you've already typed, and two, what they think you're going to ask, okay? And so these are the ones that I've typed out before. And I did a video on appraisal waiver. And as you see here, it's got a huge search per month. 590 per month is huge. It's not over 1,000, okay? But if it's as close to 1,000 as possible, that's a great search. Now, if you have low competition, that is even better. When you have higher competition, that means there's more content out there on that topic. So you want to have low competition because you want your video or your blog, whatever it is you want to do, you want that to be found. And so the lower the competition, the easier it's probably going to be found. So I did one on appraisal waiver. You'll see it's 590 per month with a 0.02 competition. Then I did also what is earnest money used for, and the same thing, it even has a lower competition. Okay. The other thing that you can do is also you can click on it. So you'll click on the topic. And then when you come over here, Keywords also has this amazing ability to give you some other topics to look at. So there's this earnest money versus down payment that you can do a video on, or you can do a video on what happens to earnest money at closing. These are really good ones. They have a high search volume, but a very, very low competition. So to me, I would be doing a video, which I did, about earnest money. And in it, I would be talking about these exact things. So that way, my video is more likely to be found than probably a blog type thing. Videos are always at the top of a Google search, usually, when there's content about it. So you're going to probably be found before somebody else. And YouTube likes to promote those things that are being searched or have a longer watch time on them. Again, that's getting into a lot of detail that is advanced. So I'm not going to be focusing on that. But what I want you to just know is that you can go in and look at, utilize software to look at what are people searching for and do videos on those things. You can, when you do a video on YouTube or for YouTube, you can repurpose that video and put it in a blog on your website. You can put it on a page on your website. You can post it on Facebook, although I wouldn't post the link and have people do it that way. I would just share the raw video on Facebook or other social media because you don't want the platform to slow that video down in viewing because you're saying, hey, go over to YouTube and watch it on YouTube. Facebook doesn't like that. So I would just have these different platforms you use religiously and post them on there. Again, this is going off on something else. Don't feel like you have to be on LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all these different platforms. Pick 3 platforms, I would say 2, but 3 at the most that you're going to utilize and do those and post to those. That's going to be your biggest thing to stay consistent at. If you think you can be on every other platform, I tell you, it's nearly impossible to do that consistently. It's just too hard. So, what else? What else does anybody have questions about?
Isabel wants
Yes.
to know what, oh, sorry.
Yes, one question that I have is there a range for the low competition? What's the range for?
So when you go into keywords everywhere, you can go into the settings of keywords. And when you go into keywords everywhere, it's $10 for, I believe it's 100,000 searches. And I'm telling you, it lasts forever. It lasts forever in terms of how quickly you go through the searches. Excuse me, but you go into settings and the search will be right here. If you want to take a screenshot of this, this is what you should set your settings up for. Greater than 100 on your volume and less than 1,000. Make sure that you use a highlight color to highlight it, so that way it kind of pops on you. Don't worry about your cost per click, but set your highlight competition at under 0.33. All right.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. Another good one to post on is Google My Business. Not enough people utilize their Google My Business. So make sure that you're posting content on your Google My Business as well, because that's like where everybody goes to find stuff, right? Is Google. So what else? Does anybody have any other questions about video that they want answered? I could talk about video all day.
Yes, I have another question on the We Video. Is there an app for that to for our phone?
I don't know if there is or not. I have never done anything even with an app on We Video, so I don't know if there is. You'd have to look it up. So
Okay.
There is on iPhone. I just looked.
okay, I can look on here and see if there's
Thanks,
one.
Debbie.
This is
Um,
Karen. Sheila, where do you find that you get the majority of your audience? Since you use several platforms, where do you seem to get the most traction?
My traction comes usually from Google or Facebook. Right now, I do get subscribers to my YouTube channel, but I have not gotten any leads. I've gotten comments, but I have not gotten any leads. But there are many agents who, if you do it consistently, have gotten leads. I mean, they get a lot of leads from YouTube. It is possible to get leads from YouTube. You just have to do it consistently, and you have to put content out there that people are looking for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kathy has a question. Kathy, you want to speak up?
I actually asked two, but I figured out what Google, sorry, keywords everywhere was. But the length of a video in general, what's too short? What's too long? I mean, I hear if you're going to do a YouTube short, it should be really short. You know, and then it's hard to figure out how much content to put in a very short video. But what's the sweet spot in general for a length of video?
So I don't think there's a sweet spot for a video. I think as long as you keep the person engaged with the content, they're going to stay watching. I think that if you're going to be doing video on YouTube, I know from other YouTubers that do masterminds, they say video content longer than 8 minutes is usually stuff that really gets a lot of views on YouTube. If it's like a 2-minute video, generally it doesn't get a lot of views. I don't have the analytics behind that right now, so I can't tell you that. These are just things I've heard. I think if you're going to do a shorter type of video, I would do what YouTube calls a short, or do a Facebook reel or Instagram story, those type of things. But I would just, again, going back to the just do it, I would just do it, put it out on your YouTube if that's your platform to use, and check the analytics of it. That's going to tell you what people are doing. Are they watching it? Where are they watching it? How are they watching it? How long are they watching it? Where do they end up falling off the video? I've seen videos that, you know, and I know, speaking from experience, that I'll watch videos, and if they're like, hey, subscribe to my channel and blah, 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 and all about me and blah, 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 I'm like, okay, let's fast forward to a different spot on the video, because I don't want to listen to you. Like, I want you to get to the point. And that's how I am when I do my videos. I'm like, I got to get to the point, because I'm the type of person, I don't want to listen to all your stuff. I want to hear the nuggets. I want to hear the good information. So, so I say, watch your analytics on YouTube, and that's going to tell you what the people that are watching it are thinking of your video. If they fall off, if you see the analytics go down, then you know that this part of the video stunk, and so you got to change it. Or if the watch time is like goes down, then you know that maybe the content isn't as engaging enough. If it stays consistent, you know that's a topic that people really like. So it's just really understanding the analytics. But again, I'm always going to revert back to, right now, just getting the video done on a weekly basis. The consistency is going, regardless of what the video looks like, the consistency of people seeing you every week put out a video is going to escalate your awareness, the awareness of you out on that social media platform. I've had people reach out to me telling me, Sheila, I keep seeing your videos. You look so amazing in your videos. Oh, your videos are awesome. You know, like, it's getting awareness out there. And so the more that you're out there every week, showing that value, giving that information, and you're not sitting there going, hey, if you want to buy or sell in today's market, and, you know, I want to help you out and blah, blah, blah. You know, if you're just sitting there, just giving them value, that's what people really want. And then they're more apt to listen to you, right? I think that we try to pound that into everybody, and that's new into this industry, is just give value, 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 and people are going to stick with you. I give value to agents all the time, and I love you guys. I've been with these people for 2.5 years, even though I left EXP. You know, I'm still with the same people, because we're just people that give value, you know, and I don't ever ask for anything in return. So
The other thing we need to think about with these videos is we're in a different world today. We're not only thinking about YouTube, we're also thinking about TikTok. And the queens of TikTok are on here, Heather and Eve. So they might have a little different perspective when it comes to the TikTok side of the world, because it is very different on that platform. So Heather, what do you think? YouTube, TikTok, and different platforms do different things.
You know, Donald, this is very interesting. We just had one of our videos hit like 4,500 views or something. Listen, there's like no rhyme or reason. Eve, please speak up with this, because Eve is the backbone to helping me putting these videos out. And I'm doing the real estate side of it, and Eve's doing an aging in place side of it. And we find with different videos, different things, but Instagram reels are probably the best. You have to keep them under 1 minute. So that gets seen a lot. I do a lot of stuff on my LinkedIn, and I will tell you, I probably get anywhere between 1,500 to 3,000 views sometimes on stuff, especially now with my videos that I've been putting up. And I'm noticing that we're driving more traffic even into our business for aging in place. But there's, I I don't find a big thing on Facebook for us. I find it within my core group of people, but out there with real estate, it's just interesting to see. We're on YouTube. So trying to keep up with all of our videos on all the platforms, plus your website, is very time consuming. And Sheila's right.
No, you can't do all of it. You can't juggle all those balls at once.
You're not
But it
gonna-
is interesting because the one that we just put on TikTok, which has gotten, like you said, 3,000-4,000 views, doesn't have anybody's face on it, doesn't have anybody's voice on it. It's just information about legislation. And there's something about maybe the government that made people watch and made people comment. I'm getting dozens of comments all of a sudden. And the video we posted the day before got 9 views. So, and it didn't, it's just, and sometimes Instagram gets 1,500, sometimes it gets 30. So I wish I knew, but I'm going to post more legislation videos and get people talking about politics. That seems to have, I mean,
but the legislation video that we posted was senior based.
yeah, it was about retirement impact and things like that. Yeah.
Yes, and it was how it was going to impact your retirement. And so it is everything that we have done is senior based videos. I've done expat videos. I have done videos moving across the United States. I've done videos on what an SRES designation is. I've done videos on senior homeownership demographics. Every kind of thought of a senior video I've done. And that one, for some reason, I don't know what it was, but people want to know how it's going to impact them. And if you can just continue to put anything, you throw enough against the wall, something's going to stick.
Well, the thing is you don't know what people are searching for, and don't analyze it to death that you don't do it. And that's the problem that people have, is they analyze everything to death that what is it? Analyze or analysis paralysis, right? You analyze things so much that you just don't do it. And, I did sporadically videos for the last couple of years. I didn't do it consistently. And I said, enough is enough. I want to start, I know how to do them. I know how to get them done. It's just being accountable to get it done. And, the biggest part about the accountability group is we don't ask for money. Meaning we don't say, hey, we're going to make you pay $500 if you don't get it done. The touch point for me was I looked at it in a way that I didn't want people to have to pay out, right? For me, money wasn't a big thing. I could pay out $100 if I missed something. What did it for me was I said, hey, if you don't get it done, we're going to call you out on social media. we're going to say, hey, you failed this challenge this week and you didn't get your video done. And, as business owners, we don't want to be called failures, right? We don't want it to be known that, we didn't get this certain thing done that we said we would do. And so for me, at least, and I think a lot of the other people in the group, I think it is a touch point. I know for Mike it is. So
do you want me to tell him what happened? How Mike is the guy. Do you want to show him a picture of him? That Mike's on this thing. Mike was so worried that the 12 of us were going to call him out last week, that he was freaking out, that he pulled over to the side of the road to do a video. And do you know that video went viral? That video went viral. He was so freaked out. He said, every video he's ever done, he has put time and effort into the video because he's got to have everything perfect. And he was shocked, and he messaged all of us and said, you're never going to believe this. That video actually did great, and I got a referral from it, blah, 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 blah. So it was kind of interesting on his page. So he's really happy on his Facebook page or wherever it was. But I just had to tell you that it doesn't matter where you are. If you are held accountable and you're worried that someone's going to do something, you will make sure you get that video out and pull over to the side of the road and put something together.
exactly. This is his video right here. And yeah, I mean, he literally just pulled over because he sent the email and nobody responded. And he said, I'll be darned if somebody's going to call me out later. I'm going to get this thing done now, and nobody else was responding. It was a funny thing, but it was the power of accountability. And that is really the core thing of what the group is. It's that piece of accountability that I really wanted to focus on for the group. So, and I'm glad that it's working. I'm glad it's working for everybody. So, anything else? I don't want to miss anything. I don't know what everybody's struggle point is.
We've got 8 minutes left. Ask your questions, please. Come open up your mic and ask your questions.
Yes, please open your mic.
Sheila, can you take that and put it into the chat box so people can also copy and paste it if they need it? That's Sheila's information. She is so good. She's got so much information. Like I said, when we first opened this call here on Zoom, we're from all brokerages. Sheila's with a different brokerage. We all just like to collaborate and talk about helping each other and working together. So you never know when you're going to meet somebody in one of our other states here working with a client. And now you see all of us and you're able to, know us. Anybody else, please talk, open up your mics, ask her any questions. Otherwise,
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
When we do YouTube shorts or even TikTok videos and they're like less than a minute, do you put music to these videos or what do you do?
So I don't do TikTok videos. I can't stand TikTok. I hate TikTok. I'm sorry, you guys, but I hate it. And I don't do Instagram. What I do is the YouTube and the Facebook, and I don't normally put music to mine because I am talking, and that's what the focal point is of the video, is talking. I did do a video for our church, and it was a training video. It did have music behind it. I think there are certain parts of the video that can have music maybe at the end of it. Maybe you put music at the end of it. Like when you're telling them, hey, if you found this video helpful, please reach out to me. You can find my information here, blah, blah, blah. And maybe you have music that you have at the end of that video. But in terms of TikTok, I don't know about that. I would find a TikTok mastermind group or look on YouTube about TikTok people and see what they do. I don't think it matters. But again, I'm not a TikTok person, so.
Thank you, Sheila.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Well, I appreciate you guys having me tonight. I just say get out there and do it. Be accountable. Do it because people will find your content, even though you don't think that they will. Your voice, the way you talk, your mannerism is going to resonate with someone. I didn't think that anybody would watch my stuff, and there's people watching it all the time. We're our hardest critic, and don't let that stop you from doing video.
Sheila, thank you so much for helping us out tonight. I appreciate it. I always love all of that little information that you have. Anybody that wants to reach out to Sheila, please go ahead and reach out to Sheila about accountability. Here's what's coming up. We have Nolly Williams, who it's how to get more listings in today's low inventory market. On 5/17, we have Stephen Norris with probate and estate planning. On 5/24, we have Nick Nihas, who's video marketing for the senior demographics. And then at 5:31, we're going to talk about marketing tools in Canva with Eve Hill. And then we're going to have Sheila back again, because Sheila's always got some great stuff. Thank you, Sheila, so much. I appreciate it. Everybody else, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned some great little nuggets. That's the accountability meeting, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays. We always talk in there about little tidbits of information and help each other out through the process. So it's great to have each other's back. And Sheila, thank you for tonight and for our Friday accountability meetings. I appreciate it. I've pushed myself and I love it. I appreciate it.
So the 1 o'clock is Eastern time. You can email me here to join. I will let you know we only have 4 weeks left to this group, but if you decide to join, you will be held accountable. So don't join if you're not ready to be called out. Okay. It's part of the reason to do it. So, but don't let that scare you in the same sense, because sometimes you can look at that going, I don't want to be called out. Just get it done. So if you feel the urge that you're like, I do want to get outside my comfort zone, I do want to do this, then reach out to me. I'm happy to help. We are, Jerome and I, and the rest of the group are going to be talking about how we want to move forward in the next phase. Like, do we want to have another video accountability? How long is it going to be? And what do we want to focus on? So, but we haven't figured that part out yet. But thanks for having me this evening. I hope I answered everyone's questions.
Thank you, Sheila. As we say in the South, get her done.
Get her done.
Thanks, everybody, for tonight. We'll see you next Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. Thank you for coming. Have a great
Thanks,
night.
Sheila. Thanks, Sheila.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you.